And I'll just hold it down. So, all right. Welcome, everybody, to our Radnor Township Design Review Board meeting. Before we get started, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay.
Okay, before we get started, we'll just ask the board here if you had an opportunity to look over the minutes from last month's meeting.
Approve the minutes.
Okay. All right, very good. Thank you. So we'll get started with tonight's agenda. The first on our agenda tonight is DRB 2024-44. This is a continuation from last month. The application of Wolfgang Bakery and Grooming at 503 West Lancaster Avenue for 3 wall signs. Sir? Hello there.
All right, so I was able to get that drawing submitted, the one that you guys needed to, the projecting sign, we turned into a wall sign. So that's on the other two were approved.
Yes.
And then the other one, that's the last one there.
Okay. Are there any changes from the 2 approved wall signs?
I know, no, they're the same. Yeah, I submitted them for the building permit.
Okay, so basically you're backing out of the projecting sign, putting another wall sign up.
Yeah, so that, I just changed it to a flat wall sign to go right where the projecting sign was, but that's just gonna be a flat wall sign now.
Okay. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's the same material. It's a high-density urethane, custom sandblasted, painted, and then just installed flush right with onto the fascia.
Pretty simple application. Were you here last month, Colin?
I was.
You were here, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, kept it the same size, just made it one-sided and right on the wall.
Right, instead
Yeah.
of projecting.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
easy enough. And I know we talked about last month about how you're going to mount that. We can't see any
Yeah, the
hardware.
high-density urethane, it gives you the ability to kind of embed the screws a little bit, and we'll just seal it with caulk and just paint it the color of the sign, the background of the sign, so you don't see the screws.
Okay. And will that sign be lit?
No,
You're
no,
not gonna put a gooseneck?
no, no.
Okay. All right, guys.
I'm fine.
Comments?
No, I'm fine.
What's the proposed schedule?
So they're trying to open up on the 5th. I told them there's no, the signs take about 4 to 6 weeks to make, and I was just going to give them a temporary sign in place, just in that one sign in place, so they have something for when they open. So, which I'll use the same mounting holes and everything like that for when we go put the real ones up.
So temporary signs, you have a 30-day window on those?
Okay, yeah.
And you need to get it approved by the Mr. Kachansky.
Okay.
Code Department, okay?
Yeah, no, I'll email him tomorrow and tell him.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, they're opening up, and there's no way they're going to have signs in time. So,
Okay. Any other questions for the board or comments?
no.
Okay.
And what is the percentage of signs they can put in the windows again? Is it 20%?
You could actually put up to 20% of signage in the window.
Oh, in the window.
If
Okay.
the applicant would.
Okay,
want some
cool.
window
Yeah,
signage.
the other question I had was, so I submitted the other 2 for the building permit, and then this third sign, I'll send that tomorrow. And then can they do all 3 at once? Or has that already been?
Yes, we'll do all 3 at once.
3 at once, okay, great, all right. Cool.
All right. For DRB 2024-44, Wolfgang Bakery and Grooming at 503 West Lancaster Avenue, I move to approve the additional sign to be hung on the wall, not projecting.
Your second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Next on the agenda is DRB 2024-46, the application of Verge Yoga at 250 West Lancaster Avenue for 2 wall signs and 2 monument signs. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Carol McKeon, and I bought, Verge has been in existence since 2004, and I purchased the studio 3 years ago in 2021, and I updated our logo and made lots of good, positive interior changes, and we're ready to spruce it up a little bit on the outside. So we are proposing to put up some new signs.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay. All right. Technical difficulties, but it was on me.
It's
I was
all
hitting the
good.
wrong button. Sorry about that.
No, it's no problem.
Okay.
You didn't have to hold the mic all night.
All right, great. All right.
So anyway, we're looking to put up 2 signs on the corner. If you look at, it's page 5 on the application, 2 signs on the corner that would intersect at the corner with our logo. And we want to take down the blue awning that's been there for well over 10 years and put some new vinyl decals on the front door indicating, our address and phone number and website. In addition to that, there are 2 pylons that are existing. One of them is on Lancaster Avenue, and the other one is on the Bloomingdale Avenue side. And the one on Lancaster Avenue, I just want to replace the old sign that's there right now with a new one, with our new logo. And the one of the Kingsway apartment building sign on Bloomingdale Avenue sign, Berkshire Hathaway shares a building with us, and they've had their sign there for as long as I can recall, and there's never been a Verge sign there, and I'd like to. And I've done the calculations, and I spoke with Kevin yesterday, and we're within the square footage that's allowable.
All right. So you are going to take down the awning?
Yes.
That's going to go?
Yep.
Okay. Is there any wall signage there currently?
No wall signs at all.
Okay, so you're going to put 2 wall signs?
Mhm.
Okay.
And it looks like they're going to mimic the Berkshire Hathaway ones
Yeah.
on the other side, so it will actually make the signage on the building cohesive.
Yes.
And that was one of my main reasons for doing it this way and working with our sign company. And Joe Birch with Steve Bages is in agreement and liked the idea. So the last page of my application, you can see Berkshire Hathaway on the right. Their maroon and white sign intersects at the corner on their side of the building. So I want the Verge signs to do the same on the other, and it'll be very symmetrical.
Okay, so your signs will total 33 square feet, 16.5 each?
Correct.
Okay. And lighting?
No lighting.
No lighting,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Are you saying you're not in the monument sign now?
We are in the one monument sign that's facing Lancaster Avenue.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. How do you guys feel about the wall signs? Okay.
Fine with it.
Square footage, we're good.
We're good.
Okay. All right. And again, maybe you heard from the last application, just be careful about the fasteners.
Okay.
You shouldn't see any bolts or anything like that.
Of
It should be
course.
a blind application when the signs are hung.
I'm sorry, can you repeat
So
that?
the signs shouldn't show hardware, basically. You
Oh, of
should-
course.
You shouldn't just like bolt them to the wall.
Yep,
So,
yep.
all right,
Thank you.
okay.
So are you relying strictly on just the one monument sign right now?
Besides the blue awning,
Just the awning?
that's it. And there's never been signage over the door, which it's always looked like empty space to me, and it looks like it's built for signage up there. But there's, I don't think that I recall that there's ever been anything there.
Okay, good.
And I took down all of the vinyl decals that are on the doors, both on the exterior door and on the inside, and we're ready to go with new vinyls with that as well. And that's, I believe, less than 20%?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're well within that, too.
Okay, great. All right. And you said the sign on the Bloomingdale Avenue sign, you did the calculations, it's below 30 square feet,
I did,
correct?
yep.
Okay. And again, just be careful about the mounting of the sign.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Try to have the guy do it as neat as he can be, so.
Just a point of clarification, the blue sign is existing? I'm sorry, the blue awning is existing?
Blue awning is existing.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, what else, guys? Want to mention about that flower bed?
Oh, right. Under the monument sign on Bloomingdale, the posts have been nicked up by the landscape guys with their
Yes.
weed whackers. You may want to touch that up, or you also may want to consider putting what we call a planting bed around the posts so that they don't get whacked again as
That's a great
frequently.
suggestion.
But
Well, I
that's,
guess you could relay that message
to
to
the
the landlord.
owner.
Yeah,
That's not your, that's the.
Yeah, but that's a nice suggestion.
Okay, good. All right, any other questions for the board?
No, thank
good?
you. I'm good.
Okay, all right, Colin, want to take it?
The matter of DRB 2024-46, Verge Yoga, 2 wall signs and 2 monument signs. Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good luck in college. Okay. All right. Okay, next on tonight's agenda is DRB 2024-47, the application of Villanova University at 800 Lancaster Avenue for 3 wall signs and a monument sign. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hiya. Okay.
We just need a standing spot for you guys.
Hey, Chris. Yeah.
So thank you. My name is Mark Salka. I'm a senior project manager at Villanova. I've been working on the SEER project. We actually were before this board in December of 2021 to receive full design review board approval. At that point, the sign package was not part of the application, so we have finalized that. We're here for the signage at this time.
Good.
So for those not familiar with the building location, it's closest to the southwest corner of campus, closer to the intersection of Lancaster Avenue and Spring Mill Road. We received our CO mid-April of this past year, so this is the current condition of the building. We are proposing 1 ground-mounted sign, typical of our university blue signs, on the north elevation, etching the name of the donor on the north side, and then 2 cast stone plaques, I guess, or for lack of a better term, on the east elevation. So this is our typical university sign, painted steel, black, blue, and white, with all the colors provided in the application. This is a rendering of the north elevation showing the blue sign and the location of the etching over the main entrance. So this is existing right now as you see it, except for the wording. We're going to have that etched in, hopefully. This is just a closer view.
Would you say that's facing?
North. This is the east elevation. There's 2 additional entrances on the east side, and we're proposing to have a cast stone donor indicator at each of those locations as well. Just going to kind of skip through so you can kind of get a closer view. But that would be, they're the same size, similar at each of those east entrances as well.
Is the cast stone backing already in place and you haven't carved it or
We are not, and the cast stone, it's a separate piece that's being provided.
applied on the face?
Applied on, yes.
Pretty simple application.
The blue looks different to me. Is it just is it the same blue always that you showed?
Yes.
That's it? Okay.
It actually looks darker on that screen than it does on my
what I was
screen that
gonna
I'm
say.
looking at right here,
Got it.
but yeah.
Is there any lighting on that sign?
No, none of these are
No uplighting
illuminated.
or anything, okay.
There's no uplighting, nothing on any of the proposed signage today.
Is that visible from Spring Mill then?
That's
No, that would
It's
be,
not-
that's on the north side, that would be facing Tolentine Hall, like that, the internal drive,
Gotcha.
interior drive.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay.
This was a renovation, correct?
It was an expansion, so it was a
What was the
100,
existing use of the building?
a classroom. It was the existing engineering building, and we added a 150,000 square foot addition to it.
All right, thanks.
Pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jane,
Yep.
you're good?
It's like right, well, it looks sort of like almost a Mendel. Yeah, I know where it is.
All
Looks
right.
better than the old building.
All right. What do I-
You're staying in style, as we say.
Yes.
All right,
Quick question. Has the
Sure.
library broken ground?
no.
Off topic, just
It
curious.
has, yes, it has broken ground. Right after graduation, we started demolition of Kennedy Hall.
And I know the parking garage is coming along,
It is, that's also my project.
yeah. And it'll be probably be similar to the parking garage you built over at the
Correct.
theater, yeah.
Busy boy.
All right, Jane.
Okay, for DRB 2024-47 Villanova University at 800 Lancaster Avenue, 3 wall signs and 1 monument sign for the engineering building.
Okay, for a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Take care, Chris.
Do you need these drawings?
No, thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda is DRB 2024-48, the application of Radcliffe House Apartments at 1000 Conestoga Road for new lighting, painting of the building, and painting of a monument sign. Good evening. Hiya.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Emmy. I'm with University City Housing and Radcliffe House Apartments.
Okay,
So we have two different items on the thing. I'm going to start with the painting, if that's okay.
sure, whatever you want to do.
So our apartment building is a,
I'm sorry, just try to talk loudly right into the mic.
oh, so sorry.
Okay.
Is this where the,
You can move the mic. Maybe you can move it.
Yeah, and you can put the plans down right there.
okay.
More technical difficulty, don't blame me. Okay, well, we have plans here.
Understood. So we currently have the building, the exterior wood paneling of the balconies and of all of the furnace enclosures is a red, Liberty Red, that we are proposing to upgrade and repaint all of the buildings to an urbane bronze throughout all the property. It's more of a neutral color, a color that we think blends much better into the landscape and into the overarching community.
Mhm. You guys good with that?
I'm just trying to find a picture of the new color.
Sure, I do have,
There's the old.
It's everybody's going to the darker grayish black bronze.
I have paint swatches if you'd like them as well.
Okay, very good, Colin. Okay, and she's got some chips out here. Great, thank you. Very good. Yeah.
Everybody's doing it.
Okay, good. All right, so we're good with the painting?
Sure, yes.
Okay.
I think it's been this redwood color for 40 years.
Change.
It has been quite a while. We're excited to upgrade it.
You would say only 2 buildings are visible from the street?
From that side of the street, yes, it's probably 2 buildings, yes. And then additionally, the sign that is located on Conestoga Road, we are going to just repaint it to match with the urbane bronze. It obviously needs repainting, so we're going to be doing that as well.
What kind of shape are those posts in? Are they pretty good?
Yes,
The
yes.
posts, okay, they look a little ratty, but maybe a fresh coat of paint will,
Yes, they'll
Dress 'em
definitely
up.
get peeled and repainted.
okay. All right. Looks pretty good.
Any questions?
Yeah.
I think all the wood's going
Can't pick the
bronzy.
color, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. The landscaping bed looks good, don't you think?
Yeah, they take pretty good care of it, yes.
All right.
Happy to hear you think so.
They'll probably be refreshing the landscaping too as you go through.
Yes, this as we go through updating all of our exteriors, exactly. And then I am actually going to have our vendor come up to discuss the lighting
Okay, super.
portion of it.
Hello,
Hello there.
my name is Troy Hornung with Chroma Lighting Group out of Upper Darby.
Okay.
We
nice
are
and loud,
the
right
lighting
into the mic.
consultant on the project.
Okay.
I think I'm above the range of the mic here. So the proposal is to replace the existing, here I have a photo here, lollipop lights that are aged and failing on the Conestoga Road side of the property. So here along Conestoga Road, all of these, what I call lollipop lights, right, residential grade globes, have been there for ages. A bunch of them several of them are knocked over. They're difficult to maintain based on the old technology. The proposal is to get rid of them altogether and replace them with a modern street pole that covers the parking lot much more evenly with lighting.
Are you going to be using warm LEDs?
Correct. This is the submittal sheet for the fixtures, and they're rated at 3000K color temperature. 3,000 degrees Kelvin is what we typically use for a lot of interiors these days.
Oh, they're replacing the Pico lights, the, street lights, and they're incredibly bright. So,
Yep.
well aware of this.
So there's going to be
Yeah.
four units being changed?
Correct. There'll be 4 new poles
Okay.
to replace the, I can't remember how many existing smaller poles are there, but I think it's probably over a dozen.
Okay.
And they'll be removed, obviously.
Correct.
All right, good.
Have to be new power, new footings, and new poles.
Okay.
The second piece here, the decorative lights that you see there's a little walkway heading up to the office of the apartment buildings. You can kind of see it here. So those same lights are going to be replaced there on that walkway with a more decorative, modern fixture from Hinckley Lighting.
So for it is also.
Yep,
Okay.
it's one-for-one replacement.
The three lights on the other page, what were they referencing?
This document was from the initial design submission to the client,
Okay.
proposing what the fixtures might be.
Got it.
And it's 3 different styles from the
Right.
same vendor, and then ultimately we chose one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Again, pretty cut and dry. Okay. Any other questions? You're good?
Yeah,
Kevin?
yeah,
Kevin, you're
yeah.
good with this application?
Yes, no issues.
Good. Okay. Any,
Any more questions?
not for me. Any comments or
Okay.
questions for us?
So the information on the monument sign will remain the same, but the colors are just going to be changed? You know, Radcliffe House Apartments,
That
the
is
phone
correct.
number, and the website.
That is correct.
Okay, good. One little thing on that monument sign, the website, the little panel at the bottom.
Yes.
I don't know if it swings or not. It needs to be anchored down if it does swing.
Understood.
Okay?
Understood. Yep.
Anything else?
I don't.
Matter of DRB 2024-48 Radcliffe House Apartments. Motion to approve replacing lampposts, walkway lights, and painting exterior of building, and painting monument sign. Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, got it.
Good evening. I don't think
Okay,
I've,
oh, hold on.
oh,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Oh, got it.
Next on the agenda tonight is DRB 2024-49, the application of Maison Lotus Restaurant
Yes.
at 175 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for wall signage, facade renovation, outdoor lighting, and outdoor dining.
All right.
Okay, welcome,
evening.
gentlemen.
My name is Paul Sambunsong. I'm the owner of the new building and one of the operators of the restaurant that'll be
Great.
going in there.
Super.
And we have our lead architect, Jay.
Okay,
Hi,
guys.
Jay Rockefeller from DAS Architects.
Okay,
Obviously, the project is at 175 East Lancaster Ave. It's an existing Market Core restaurant. We are doing a full kind of interior and exterior renovations. So you'll see on top there the existing building conditions. We are taking off that front entry canopy and the existing 3 signs that are there. And on the bottom, you can see our proposed elevation. So we are proposing to paint the entire building. On the second floor, kind of here, you can see we're adding this. It's a kind of a faux Juliet balcony and a faux French door. So it doesn't connect to the inside, but it's just to add some aesthetics to the building. We are adding a marquee or a canopy over the entry door and then the entry door is going to be new with a decorative tile surround. We are proposing adding wood shutters, and then on here you can see we have 4 kind of architectural uplights, uplighting the columns, and then 2 proposed decorative sconces surrounding the door.
what color are you looking to paint the building? Do you have a color?
Yeah, it is, might be, oops. My glasses. PO3, I believe. It's like the rendering is. It's a sort of an off-white with a white accent.
The application has to have the color on
Yeah,
it.
it's in here. Let me just.
White heron.
I can't read this. Can anybody read this?
If it's P3, it's white heron.
Yeah,
P3.
Just a nice neutral. Better than what it is.
Oh, yeah, but I just can't read this thing they got here.
Which is the Benjamin Moore color number AF-15C.
yeah, sort of an off-white color.
Yeah. If helpful, we have the digital version that I can blow up on the screen.
Okay,
Well, it needs to be on the application, you know, no, I can't, not for for Kevin, not for,
So I guess the field color is P4. The trim is P3, right?
Yes, correct. If I just plug in my computer, will it switch?
It should.
Pretty close.
Yeah, this drawing is obviously small, but it does show the paint colors, and then it keys into that finished schedule.
I'm seeing P02A and P02B as well. Where do they go? They're two like sage greeny colors.
Those are interior
Okay,
colors.
interior.
Yeah.
How about P01?
That is also an interior color.
Trim, okay.
There's two exterior colors, and then the accent blue, which is P08. That's just on like the fascia trim, so it's very subtle.
Is there a way?
oh yeah, it's better, but, I can't
I
read it.
connected my computer, but I don't see it projecting on the screen.
One second. Third technical glitch. I think we got an understanding of the paint colors, though.
Yeah, okay.
Any changes to the roof?
The existing roof, no.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, the terracotta tiles would stay.
So you're going to patch and repair as needed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Should I try one of those HDMI? Okay, thank you. In my sister brought a sample of the exterior tile that'll go around
wow.
the glass front door.
We'll just, okay. If you could talk into the mic when you're there, but you can bring that up. You can bring that up. That's fine. Let's take a look. Wow.
That's the tile surround around the entry door.
See that, Jane?
Oh, yeah, that I could say.
How about new windows? Existing windows?
Existing windows, we are adding some of those faux grills on them with the shutters to give them a more colonial look.
So I guess those will be painted because the mullions look red to me,
Yes. Yeah, they will be painted the
the trim color.
trim color, dark color.
Oh, yes, this bluish you're referring to up here?
He was talking about the windows themselves.
Oh,
They're red,
yes.
they're getting painted.
Yes, that's right.
What was that you just referenced, the blue?
So right now, the current building has red accents. And then we're going with the cream and blue theme.
And the blue is P9, right?
Let me verify. Yes,
Yes.
that's, or P06 here.
Oh,
So
And the idea to,
it's 9.
Oh, sorry, actually, you're correct. P, thank you.
is the idea to try to tie that trim into the tile?
Yes.
Yes.
And just tone down the red. It's very bright. I mean, it's not a lot of it, but
And the dragon decals will remain?
yes. Yes, they're remaining.
I'm sorry for other questions. What color will the shutters be?
That, I think, is the PO, that's this guy, the dark
Yes. So it would be,
Black Panther, yeah.
yes, a
PO5?
blackish color.
05?
I don't think it looks super accurate on the screen. It's called Black Panther. It's definitely a darker charcoal color.
Yeah, I see it. It prints better.
Yeah,
So that's the shutters.
that looks more bronzes.
That's the trim band at the top.
Little.
Can't explain that. Another question, the storefront, is that getting replaced? The new entry doors,
Yes, yeah, the entry door is new.
what color will they be?
That is going to be the same dark, the black, Black Panther color.
That'll
Oh,
be 05 then.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, anything else on the facade as such?
I think
You guys good?
it's an improvement, but as long as
You
all
good,
the
Colin?
things are
Yeah, just,
in the application.
Okay, take your time.
Yeah.
After that, we'll
do you
move
know
the signs.
how far the awning will project off the face of the building?
It's, it is curved at the deepest part of the curve. It's 30 inches.
But you're removing the curve, right?
The shape of the awning is curved. It curves out.
don't know what's going on.
Let me try to connect this other adapter here.
Kind of looks square. Yeah, to me it does. Yeah.
The new awning looks flat to us. You're saying there's curve to it?
Yeah, it's got a subtle curve.
So is the awning going to kind of duplicate what's on North Main Avenue at the Blue Elephant?
Yes.
That's, okay, that's the idea?
Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
Can you go back to the side elevation? Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
So it's like 1'3", I believe, at the edge, and it curves out to 30 inches at
Thank
the
you.
outermost point.
Okay, so you're looking to rest a sign on top of that?
Correct.
Okay. And how far do you think the sign will be off the building?
It'll follow that curve, so it'll be, at the furthest point, it'll be 30 inches, and it'll follow the curve of the awning, or the,
Okay. Oh, okay, so the sign's not going to be flat, the sign's going to be curved?
yeah, I mean, it's subtle, but yes, the sign will
Yes.
follow the bend of
Okay.
the
The
curve.
lettering will follow the
Yeah, they're
curvature
individual
of the
channel
sign.
letters that are going to follow that
And,
curve.
What color will the lettering of the be?
It will be a blue, so it will be within a black metal C channel, and then on the inside, it will be blue.
Yeah, so they're going to be channel
oh.
letters?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you, that's better.
Yeah, the color accuracy is a little off on the screen, but
All right.
Do you know if the awning projects further than the overhang of the roof?
I believe it's actually less.
Okay. I'm just wondering if is there opportunity of the awning to collect water?
It will have a kind of a glass top on it to shed some water when you come out the doors, so you don't walk right into the rain.
We just can't see that, you know?
Yeah. There is a section on, yeah,
Unless I didn't see it. And I'm sorry for all the questions, but it's right in the center of town, and it's a dramatic improvement, so we're glad you're here, so.
there it is. It's bottom right.
Right through grade. I don't know if they have it in here or not, but, yeah.
Yeah, this is showing the section through the canopy,
I wonder how tall
which is not showing the signage, but it shows you that that front member will be the curved front steel member, and there's a kind of a glass infill
Yeah, yeah.
above.
and then it calls out the built-in gutter.
Yeah.
for any water collection.
Okay. From the top,
Plus
yeah,
2'2", so that's 15 too.
he's a little over, 15, yeah.
So the height of the awning with letters on top is 2 inches too tall per the code. You're allowed 15 feet and you're 15.2.
Okay, we can,
So that would have to be reduced by 2 inches in height, or you'd have to apply for a variance to the zoning board.
I would think we could just slide the canopy down 2 inches.
I mean, it looks like you have the space.
Yeah, there's room there. It won't affect the trim around the door, so, yeah, we can do that to be in compliance.
And Kevin,
I think that they needed relief for the awning sign anyway, for the location of the letters, because the code talks about, I think it's 8-inch letters on the flat face of the awning, and this is on top. Similarly, the Blue Elephant had to go for the same thing.
right,
I spoke with the architect earlier this week, and that was something that they were going to weigh their options, whether redesign it or seek the relief. So I don't know what their plan of action is at this point.
yeah, so the regular canvas awning, 8-inch height,
Yeah.
letters max. And this is considered an awning sign,
And these are
so they're
2'2",
exceeding
the height of
the height.
the font height.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, but would this not be considered a marquee? I mean, it's definitions in the zoning code.
Yeah, there's,
It's a little strange. I mean, it
It's-
seems like the canopy member would be a marquee. And then that's just a question of,
I looked in the code too, and I think it says with marquee, it has to have like changeable letters.
Yeah, see,
Like a
that's,
movie.
the marquee sign talks about changeable letters,
Yeah,
but
you're
the
not going to
marquee
change that.
itself, right?
Yes. Yeah,
And marquee signs are specifically for theaters.
Yeah.
And this isn't.
yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. It's kind of a unique sign. It's a great sign.
Right.
I mean, it looks super.
I want to reference what Blue Elephant is.
Okay.
Is Blue Elephant in the band, Kevin?
I don't recall, but they went for this exact type of issue. I think their awning sign is taller in terms of how high the front face of it is.
And they seeked relief?
They received relief from the zoning hearing board. But at that time, we had the same conversation. Is it a marquee sign? Is it an awning sign? Is it a wall sign? It didn't fall into any one of those, so they went and received relief.
That looks great. Okay. Well, I guess that's your option, then. You're going to have to get relief from the zoning hearing board, I guess, if you want this type of sign. All right.
I mean, I think there's, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this projecting sign and the curvature the issue, or? I'm not sure I understand either. Do you?
We had it classified as an awning sign,
Okay,
and it doesn't meet the parameters of an awning sign.
thank you.
This was a conversation I had a day or two ago with the architect on this, and they were going to review the options and get back, but I sit here today not knowing, other than what they have presented, which would be an awning sign.
Yeah, I guess we were just a little confused because, we wouldn't ever call this an awning, we would call it a canopy or a marquee. So, and then we know that the marquee sign does talk about changing
Right.
letters, but, this wouldn't, typically, we wouldn't consider this an awning. It would be a canopy or a marquee. So the area seemed a little gray in the zoning code.
Yeah. Kevin, I'm going to ask you a question. If they were to mount the name of the business on the front facing, would you still call it an awning sign or not? Instead of resting on top, mount it to the front?
Well, I think the structure outside of the lettering, the structure itself would be considered an awning.
The structure itself is the
Yeah.
awning?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Okay, there you go. Okay.
Is there, I guess, is there any way to disaggregate the approval of the general facade and carve out that specific awning sign for zoning?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think this board, if they're so inclined, can grant you approval subject to you getting zoning hearing board relief, so you're not back in front of this board. That's something at the discretion of the board. If they like the sign and they like everything about it, they can give you basically a conditional approval subject to you getting that relief.
And I think we're at that position. It's just.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our hands are tied.
Yeah,
No, I appreciate the understanding.
okay.
And the fact that even at zoning board, they're going to have to lower it 2 inches
Right, and that'll be
on the
noted in the,
drawings.
right,
Minutes.
in the minutes or the,
Or
yeah,
zoning board won't consider
exactly.
approval.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
make-
Yeah, we will
do
fix that before we submit.
Okay,
I know we
yeah,
have
so 15.
5 days or something to get done, get on the next hearing.
Yeah, 15 is your max,
Yeah, I wrote that down.
height from grade. I think it's going to look nice.
Yeah.
I really do, yeah. I think it's kind of hip and a little different. And, that's something, as a board, we've talked about it for years. There needs to be some changes in the code, and that's the sign we should look at and maybe change the language a little bit,
Sure.
yeah. So, okay, well, that's for another day.
That's what I'm seeing.
Oh, yeah, everybody's got it, we'll mention that, yeah. Okay, so are we good, we're good with the facade, right?
Yeah, we'll go with
Okay.
the facade.
We're past the
All the
signage.
colors are
Okay.
so noted on
Mhm.
the application.
Okay,
And the only thing that really needs is that the sign, the canopy sign, whatever we're calling it, has to be lowered
right, okay,
so that the letters are also under.
yes, yeah, he's got that noted, so, okay. So why don't we look at the outside dining and what you're planning to do there?
And lighting, we got lighting.
Okay, you know what?
Whichever
let's-
we want to do.
Good call. Let's just check out the lighting before we jump over to the outside dining.
I would go to this guy.
Thanks.
So the fixture on the left are the two wall sconces that are adjacent to the front entry door. The fixture in the middle is actually that ESW2 fixture that's kind of in the alley there. We're going to add a little side entrance there. And then the ESW3 are those architectural accent lights to just put some lights on the front piers.
What do you think?
ESW3 is facing up.
Correct.
And I can go back to here so you can see. I'll be projecting
Yeah,
up.
those are the,
So there'll be wall washers.
correct. They're kind of a narrow beam to
Yeah.
try to focus on those piers and not wash the whole facade.
Okay.
Gonna look great.
Yeah. Okay, good. We're good with that, Jane?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll jump over to the outside dining now. Let's take a look at what you have planned there.
Mr. Chairman, just a
Yes.
question on those wall wash lights, because typically we are looking at lights that angle down for light spill and light pollution. Having them wash up could create some issues. So can you provide a little bit more detail as to, where the fixtures are going to be mounted and if we're going to be having lights that are shining up and creating any kind of light pollution?
Yeah, we can provide like a photometric drawing that shows the cutoff of the fixture.
Because we've been moving to night sky lighting in Radnor.
Correct.
And I believe the tiles on the roof still overhang the lights, so it might block some of that light pollution.
There's ability to shield those somehow so that they are shining more into the building and not out. Because that's the other, how high are they mounted up and you have people walking by? If there's any kind of light spillage that's coming out towards the sidewalk, could create a glare issue for pedestrians and for vehicles.
So the light would have to be down in the thing, so
Right.
I don't know really how you do that, unless you have an angled fixture, and this fixture doesn't look angled. Do you mean like a fixture that goes like this instead of like?
Sometimes they rotate the bulb on the inside to not
Yeah.
come straight up, but maybe angle in. I don't know the manufacturer's abilities to have options like that on this type of fixture.
Yeah, we can provide a cut sheet and we can show the photometrics just to show you how far the light casts and where the foot candles are, how far up the building. We're not proposing a fixture that's going to get us all the way to the top. We're just trying to provide some accent lighting on the base.
Sure. Okay.
So with that, in approving the light fixtures, should we add that these light fixtures have to be specifically lighting just the facade directly above them?
If that's what your thoughts are, it was just a concern as I heard the presentation
That's one of my
to
concerns.
highlight to the board.
No, I think it's, unless they're,
And maybe the lights could not be high wattage
yeah.
or high, LEDs, I don't know if they're watts or not watts. Lumens, not high lumens.
I mean, you feel you really need those lights?
I believe the existing.
Okay, please, let us know who you are.
Hi, I'm Pearl Sambun-Sung. I was here for the Blue Elephant
Yes.
Design Review Board. So yeah, the purpose of these lights are just to highlight the columns of the building. So their intention is just to light up those columns and not supposed to project light onto the street or up onto the surface. So we will definitely check that.
Yeah, and so we'll provide that cut sheet, but the existing building has those 4 lights, and we're slightly moving them, but I believe those similarly had lighting going up to brighten up the facade a little bit. So that was the intent, just to make the building visible rather than fully dark, because I don't think there are any street lights around there.
Oh, there's street lights
There's
around
one
there.
Right at the intersection there.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
street lights along Lancaster Avenue.
I mean, would it be wise to raise the ones that you're showing us tonight to make them the height that what Margaret Quo had? I mean,
Yeah, we could look at that,
May
maybe we
may
can find
eliminate
one that shines up and down.
pedestrian light interference there.
The light fixture itself may have the ability to angle the bulb so that it is shining into the building and washing
Yeah.
up the wall versus
Okay.
washing up above the light. So that's something that they can check with the manufacturer
Okay.
to see if that can be either field modified or is an option. Typically, wall packs have that ability to angle the internal of that to wash either out,
Okay.
to do more area lighting, or wash in to do more of a, or angle in to do more of a wall wash.
Yeah, and in addition to that, I think it's a very sensible suggestion to raise up the lights, because, so people can't look down into them, just to match the existing Margaret Quills, because here you can see them, halfway through the door,
Yeah.
whereas the Quo building currently has them, above the door, or, near the top.
What would you say, about 7 feet tall?
Or I can pull that up.
Yeah, it looks like it's a 7-foot door, so
Mhm.
the existing door would have been 7 also.
Kevin, is that something that you would work with them in
If
relationship?
the board is comfortable with the concept, we can. Just looking at it, there's, the awning sign creates a band across the front. There may be an opportunity to locate those fixtures at that band level, washing down. Just something that, as the
Yeah.
presentation was going, it caught my ear, so
Okay.
wanted to highlight
Right.
that for the board to have that conversation.
Okay.
Because that awning sign looks like it's in the middle of those wall etchings.
Yeah.
And so you could kind of create that line and wash down. But I also see their intent of trying to light that entire facade, which would be a nice effect as well. So
Oh, yeah.
if they're angled in, then there's really not as big of a concern with, people walking by and looking down. And at some point,
What do
Or
you
with
think, Colin?
bird migration.
I mean, I'm not opposed to what they're showing, but, I mean, I like the idea of raising them just for
Yeah.
people's eyesight.
I mean, you got lights here, and you're gonna have lights here, with a lighted sign there. There's a lot of lighting going on right at the entrance.
That's a lot of light, especially now that we've moved on to LED lights.
Maybe you're just doing the exterior.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, kind of outline the building.
Or maybe, like Kevin said, you're lighting above the canopy, if you will, and then your wall lights are complementing underneath the canopy, potentially. But
The wall lights being the.
on either side of the door.
The door, yes, the door,
Okay.
yes,
I just don't know how much they draw.
right. Yeah, I don't know if you're just getting too many lights right around the door with the sign over top.
Yeah, I
just-
mean,
just-
obviously, the idea of those pier lights is to kind of stay focused. It's a narrow beam to stay focused on those
Yeah.
piers. It's more to highlight the building, not to provide ambient light.
The other lights are the lights that are on the tile, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
well, I would say at this point, maybe you guys should take another look at it, and it sounds like Kevin's willing to work with you, and if that's okay with Kevin,
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
all right,
yes,
okay. Would you want the applicant to come back to show the board, or?
that's at the board's discretion. If you want a little bit more comfort level, or that's your call.
Okay. All right, we'll figure it out at the end.
Okay,
All right.
because I think Kevin's on the same page that I'm on,
Mhm.
that it's all right to light the building, but you can't produce glare
Yes,
on the street, nor ambient lighting
Right.
that's too much.
Mhm.
Especially now with like everything being switched over to these LEDs that are as bright as day.
mm-hmm. Okay. All right,
Okay.
all right. Well, all right, let's move on to the outside dining then, and we'll take a look at that.
Furniture plan. There's a floor plan that has the seating on it. Yeah. So, yeah, so we are proposing to add a kind of a second small side entrance off of the, the existing alley And then we're proposing to put some tables and chairs and a few plants out in that alley, and then they're not out on the sidewalk, so they're all sort of on the property.
Sure. So the alley right now is used for what, trash and deliveries and stuff like that?
Correct, so that's why you see there's like a fence kind of separating a service alley, and then there's just that small outdoor patio area.
So how are you going to work the trash then?
So we ran into a very similar issue at Blue Upland Wayne. We had to use a lot of those roll tops,
Okay.
which our trash provider that services us at Blue Upland Wayne already knows how to handle, knows how to get through the building. And yeah, it's been working there.
Okay. All right. And the alley is pretty beaten up. You have to resurface it?
Not really. I think it's
There's a picture too.
Sorry?
You have that picture, you can.
Oh, yeah.
It's not terrible.
yeah. So here's the existing alley, and it seems in fairly good condition.
Okay. All right. It's funny, this is almost similar to what we approved or talked about 2 months ago up on Luella Court. Of this, remember, young
Yeah,
lady came in
yeah.
up in the corner,
Yeah.
and she was kind of like in the alley, and
Good.
we mentioned about umbrellas, but since she's kind of in a shaded area next to the building,
She doesn't need them.
Yeah.
And also her alley was really adjacent to a street.
right. I don't know, Kevin, do you feel that they would need coverage for the table in the way of an umbrella, or
Well, and I don't know what time of day this photo was taken, but, typically with the taller buildings, there's not going to be a whole lot of sun
yeah,
poking down into the alley.
okay,
And it's going to come down ultimately to the comfort of the patrons
yes,
and, a kind of a user demand type of thing. If people aren't comfortable sitting out there, they're not going to want to sit out there. I'm sure that the owners who've done a really nice job over the Blue Elephant would do whatever they need to do for that.
Sure.
And if it changes, then they would be back in front of this board.
okay.
What is your width in the alley?
Say it's about 12, but
Pretty accurate.
yeah, 12 foot.
And it
three.
is shared?
No,
It's not shared?
No, it's
We
100%
thought it was
owned.
shared.
Okay.
So you're only going to put a fence at the front and at the back, not like that, no, it's not this.
Oh, yeah, so that door will be for the service alley, but patrons, guests, they will have no door to get into the alleyway.
yeah, that photo you're looking at was just an example of the
That's what I thought.
fence type.
So the patrons are just going to walk up the alley to grab a table?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Is there any barricade in the front of that alley? I mean, some guy pulls up to get his takeout food flying fast. All of a sudden, he sees a little alley. He figures, I'm going to fly in there and park my car, and he finds guys in there eating in the alley.
Yeah.
Little
The
safety concern or not?
I mean, there's a fence there, so it doesn't even, it won't look like a driveway anymore once you pull up
Oh,
to
so
it.
you're going to put, yeah, there's going to be a fence across the front.
Okay, the barrier
Or
or
about
fence.
half, you'll see, like half of it's where the service yard is, has a fence with a gate blocking it.
Okay,
Yes.
All right.
And we push that as far as we can into the alley, so it doesn't even look like you
I
can pull
see.
a car in
Okay.
there.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, I see, the access to this dining area will be through the building, not from the sidewalk. Got
Yeah, so the primary entrance will be the typical front door. Inside, there'll be a cafe that you can then exit into the patio, or you can exit directly, or you can enter directly into the patio
Right.
from the
Okay.
sidewalk.
All right.
All right.
What are you talking about, 2 tables?
Three.
3? Okay. Seems like a lot of work for 3 tables, right?
Yeah, we were, to help really brighten up the space, we were adding a whole glass wall here to bring in a lot more natural light, but then we were thinking if we're gonna do that and restrict trash and all that, maybe something nice outdoors.
Okay.
What's shown in the dashed lines with the circle around it, right by the plants?
Oh,
There
Where
is,
your cursor is?
I think there's an existing storm, a manhole cover there.
Ah, okay, thank you.
yeah, I believe it's visible in this picture, just ever so slightly. It's a darker thing there.
Well, I think that the health board doesn't allow plants around food. I don't know if that
Yeah.
strictly enforced, or if they mean that you can't have immovable planters, or if you can have like seasonal pot, but I don't think,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not
The
quite sure on
majority
that.
of our locations use artificial commercial plants just to avoid.
Okay.
no.
Is that a
I-
problem, Kevin? Artificial? Artificial's fine, but live plants are not?
Correct. We're just trying to avoid any kind of harborage for rodents. So
Okay.
ultimately, that's going to be something that the county health department reviews and looks at when they do their inspections.
Okay. All right, good. Okay, what are we missing here? Anything else?
But I think Colin's going to take this one.
Yeah.
And that's just a new storefront entrance on the side elevation?
Correct.
Yeah.
How about lighting in the alley?
You said there's 2 new lights in there.
Two new lights in the alley, okay. All right. All right, what other comments from the board? Are we going to give our blessings on that sign?
I think we can.
Yeah, we
I
can.
mean, we can.
Yes,
You know, based on. them.
provided the 15-foot and, yeah,
Them getting approval from the zoning.
exactly. Exactly, you're in agreement, Jane? You're good with
Yeah,
that? Okay,
but I think Colin has to take it.
sorry.
I think Colin has to
Is there
take it.
anything else to
Okay.
discuss?
No.
Well, how about the lighting? Would we want him to come back and it's for a
I think the
continuation
lighting's
for
going to
lighting?
go to Kevin.
I'm fine with the lighting. I mean, it's-
Let Kevin
Fine, too.
handle that?
Kevin's going to check the fixtures.
Okay, yeah,
You know.
I'm good with that also, so, okay. All right, who wants to take it?
I got it.
Okay, that was quick.
Where are we here? Matter of DRB 2024-49, Maison Lotus.
Yes.
Maison Lotus Restaurant, 175 East Lancaster Avenue, proposed 1 new wall sign, facade renovations, outdoor lighting, and outdoor dining. We are striking a motion to approve the facade renovations, the outdoor lighting, granted that they work with Kevin Kuchansky, outdoor dining, and we are approving the new wall sign that they do. There are 2 conditions: that they have to lower it to 15 feet in height, and they do need to seek zoning relief for said awning sign. Other than that, everything is approved. Motion to approve?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make one comment about what you saw at the Blue Elephant. A-frames.
Oh, no A-frame sandwich signs. I pulled up a image of Google Maps of the Blue Elephant, and you have a sandwich sign in Google Maps, so
Okay.
no sandwich
We'll
signs
let
in
our events
Radnor.
team know. Sometimes they go across locations with those A-frames just
understand.
in case for private events.
We're just mentioning it one more time.
Yes, thank you.
Let's just make sure also that the address number is somewhere on the building,
Yes,
so, okay.
Looks great.
Yep.
appreciate it. Thank you.
What's the time schedule? When do you expect to open?
Hopefully ASAP, realistically with, because we're still waiting building permit approval, then I believe their general contractor said 5 months. So hopefully early next year.
Early next year, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And the food is going to be?
French Vietnamese. So a little distinct from our sushi-oriented locations right now, just to avoid that cannibalization, but lower sodium, very fresh flavors, part of Southeast Asia that not many people have seen.
Okay, great, lots of luck to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, appreciate
Yeah.
it,
There used to be a nice Vietnamese French restaurant in Upper Darby.
really.
Haven't been there in a while.
Okay, last on tonight's agenda is DRB 2024-50, the application of Delise A. Chocolat. Give it a try. 112
Hello.
East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for some window decals. Hello
Yeah.
there.
Hi, my name's Olivia. I'm with Wine Interiors, the interior design firm on the project. We originally submitted in September of last year and got approved for the facade renovation as well as the logo for the window decals. The owner has decided that he wanted to add verbiage at the bottom of the window for like walkers by to be able to know what they're getting if they go inside. So he just wants to add artisan chocolates and then French bakery and cafe. We had previously made the logo as large as possible while meeting the code for overall signage, so with the addition of these letters, we shrunk the logo
Right.
so that it still met that code.
Pretty cut and dry.
Yep,
I'm good.
I am too, and they're open.
You're open?
yeah.
All right,
Should
you're
have
good?
put you first.
I'm good.
All right. Let's wrap it up.
Oh, my favorite
Okay.
one. DRB 2024-50 for Delicious Chocolat on Lancaster Avenue. I move for approval for small change in window signs.
There a second? Okay.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you are
Thanks for
open?
waiting.
Yeah.
Magnificent, yeah.
When did you open?
A couple weeks ago.
Nice.
In time for the Olympics.
Yeah, it was just the weekend before the Olympics started.
And how's it going, do you know?
Sorry, what was
Do you know
that?
how it's going?
It's going well, yeah.
Okay, might as well, if we're still on, we got a lot of viewers at home. You might as well talk to them in a mic. You let the people at home hear.
Yeah.
You're
So the full, he's been kind of doing a soft open, most recently, with coffees, pastries, stuff like that. And then the full kitchen menu that he has over at the Ardmore location will be coming in the next few weeks.
Great.
Yeah.
We're good.
Congrats.
Yes?
Good luck.
Thank you.
Delish.
Okay, guys, any other business
No, sir.
for our board? Okay.
Have a good one.
Okay.
See you next month.
Okay, thanks. How are you guys looking for September? Any conflicts?
I should be here, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, because it's the
School's
second.
starting.